Hey, Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Makakodash, and double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect throughout the four corners of the earth, who are pushing and teaching His word in truth and in sincerity. And so, you have this new thing that's out, man. It's called the BRICS, and BRICS is an acronym. As it says here on the Wikipedia, it says BRICS is an acronym for five leading economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. All right, the first four were initially grouped as BRIC. All right, but as you can see, they are expanding, and they are expanding and improving their relationship amongst each other. Okay, and so what one great nation do you see that's not a part of that? America. Okay, so-called America, which is biblically known as Babylon the Great. Okay, and so these nations are more and more creating treaties amongst each other, man. And so what people don't know is that this is actually biblical prophecy. You know, countries are beginning to cut ties with America and go do their own thing with China and Russia, India, South Africa, and Brazil. Okay, the five leading economies. Okay, this place is like what, $31 trillion in debt now. I saw an article the other day. It said by June, like beginning of June, um, America could be out of money, and that there was a dude who was proposing raising the debt limit. So that's all this place is, man. This place is not getting better. The debt has climbed 10 trillion in less than 10 years, man. It has tripled its debt in 10 years. Okay, a great nation is not one that's in debt, but one that is owed that debt. Okay, this place America is on a downhill course, man. The Lord is breaking this place down. Just like it says in the scripture, the city of confusion is broken down. It says in the book of Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, that the Lord shall send plagues upon Egypt as before. This is the new Egypt, man. This place America is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. You have a lot of sodomy here. Okay, the place, what Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed for is the same shit that America is doing today. A lot of sodomy, man. A lot of homo sexuality. And more than that, man, absolute madness and confusion and all types of Transformer Decepticon type stuff, man. You have grown ass men who are like 40 years old claiming to be a 6-year-old girl. Bugged out stuff, man. Okay? This is absolutely not acceptable, man. So the Lord is moving on this place, man. So the Lord is, because it says in the book of Proverbs, what is that, Proverbs 21:1 or 24:1? Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is putting it in the spirit of the kings of these nations all around the whole, all around the four corners of the earth to come against this place, America, man. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the point to where it actually is biblical prophecy. It's from the book of Jeremiah 50, and I'll start at in verse 12. It says your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Look, see, because it is biblically prophesied for this place Babylon to be turned into a lake of fire. All right, as in, if you're in, if you're in space and you're looking down at Earth, and you look down at Babylon, man, it's gonna be as if it's a lake of fire, like straight up, man. It says, and hiss at all her plagues. And so what that means is that people are gonna go like, damn, bro, she got fucked up. Like damn. Like, so it's like a hiss. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon. Round about. Look, put yourselves in array against Babylon. And it's crazy that America is like the perfect nation to surround, man. You already have, what is that, you have China, who has a lot going on in Venezuela. You have Russian submarines that come hella close to the U.S. shorelines on the west coast and east coast. Oh man, Slovakia. You know, I forget who set up in Cuba, right? But yeah, man, this place is gonna be surrounded on every side by all the other nations. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, to let the weak say, "I am strong," because these weak nations, or these nations that were once thought of as third world countries and weak nations, they are now saying, "I am strong," because they have nuclear capabilities. It says, "All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her." And talking about nukes, it says, "All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her." Like, all ye that have missiles, shoot at her. It says, "Spare no arrows." Okay, because the missiles are described as arrows in the Bible. Okay, these nukes are described as arrows. It says, "Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh." Look, see, it's the Lord who is breaking this place down. Okay, the foundations, man. Bro, we're gonna go back to a civil war, man. Ain't gonna be no morals here. And as Joker described in The Dark Knight, the people's moral code here is dropped at the first sign of trouble. If you look back at during 2020, the year of the CVID 19, you had people panic buying to the point to where the stores had to put a limit on how much people could buy, because people are so damn greedy and selfish that they would buy so much for themselves to where that the next person cannot get any. People become super selfish, man. People, hey, bro, it's a fight for yourself, man. Survival of the fittest type stuff, and that's coming. It says, all you that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. Hey, look, it says, as she hath done, do unto her. What nation what one and only nation has dropped nuclear bombs on another country before? America, man. Dropped two of them bitches on Japan, and Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It says, plus, man, this place has constantly gone up into other nations and caused war. Put sanctions on nations to cause economic problems in another country. That's a war tactic. War tactic. All right. And if you jump over to the 51st chapter, in verse 1, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind." What is that destroying wind? The nuclear missiles. We've all seen a video of a nuclear explosion and that very, very destructive wind that comes from a nuclear explosion. It says, "And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her." All right, it's not talking about actual fans, man. It's talking about that very strong wind. "And shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." Look, see, it's the Lord causing all these nations to prepare. Why is North Korea constantly testing missiles? Why is Russia constantly boasting their missiles in parades and such? It says, "Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host." So all these nations are getting together, and they're getting closer and closer as the days go on, because it is biblical prophecy for all of these nations to come against this place, because this place is the problem on the face of the earth, man. If you get Revelation 17-16, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." Okay, so I have a picture pulled up of the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns. This is a very popular picture that we hold out on the highways and byways. And so the great whore is America. All right. And then you got the 10 horns, which are Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Ireland, England, and West Germany. All right, which all these nations together, they make up they make up NATO. But all these nations are beginning to pull out of NATO, man. You can look it up, but by simply just typing it in on Google. But it says that the it says that the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So look, you can't take these words at face value. They're not literally going to eat her, but they are going to destroy her. Burn her with fire. These nukes. So yeah, man, the end of America is very near. It is not, and it is the Lord's will that this place ends. Let me get one more. Amos chapter 9 and verse 8, because I know the last thing that I just said right there probably hurt a lot of you people if you're listening. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. "Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom." What is the greatest sinful nation on the earth? Ain't no question about it. Everyone says the same answer, man. It's America. "And will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord." See? So this is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's will, and we know that it's his will that is going to be executed, fulfilled, and done when all is said and done. So with that being said, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, and Shalom.